Good morning, Terry. It's your dad. Surprise, surprise. You knew that by now. If you're actually watching this, I never can know if you'll ever actually watch any of the videos I send you. But it's worth it. I still want. I won't ever stop reaching out and trying and sending you videos. It's about 3 in the morning. I'm in Veracruz, Mexico, back by the coast. When I sent you your birthday video, it was from Jalapa, Xalapa, way up in the mountains, the state capital of Veracruz. And I came down here about 5 weeks ago. 5 weeks ago. It was, much as I loved that city, it was rainy and cold, too high in the mountains. It's a great place to go in the summer, but not in the winter. So down here it's beautiful, beautiful temperatures in the 70s and very sunny, and back by the coast, which I love so much. And I'm sitting next to the harbor area in Veracruz, and I'll try to get this to look through the window here. My front windows are open. This is the harbor area, big Navy base, and a very important commercial port for Mexico, on the east coast of Mexico, on the Gulf of Mexico. And I had gone to bed very early and slept real hard for a while, and then woke up around 2 and have been up making videos and sending text messages to friends and stuff like that. About a half an hour or 40 minutes ago, the silence of this spot, and it's really quiet. The only thing I really can hear is one boat running its motor out there. The silence was broken by a baby crying, and there's a store over that way where there's a baby that lives there, and he obviously was feeling his baby pain and releasing the very, very full-throated way that babies do. And I made a video about how important it is to do that we humans all get traumatized, and that we need to release, we need to cry, we need to feel our anger. If we're not releasing our traumas, we're in trouble. And I talked about how in my mid-40s, when I was in Cincinnati, because I wanted to be closer to you, I went through a perfect storm of life crises, including my sex abuse memories coming back. And the psychiatrist got their hands on me, and because they don't understand trauma, all they saw was bad symptoms, and they said, oh, we've got a diagnosis for that. And they gave me their terrible drugs, and I had 30 bad years. Yeah, so, and in the middle of that, I lost my capacity to release my pain. I had done co-counseling, reevaluation counseling. Your mom and I both did that for a long time, and it teaches you how to release your pain again. I hadn't, since my teen boy years, cried, but it all came back, and I spent many years happily releasing my traumas as I went and getting better, even though I wasn't facing the one big, terrible one of my sex abuse. But the psychiatrist put me on drugs that made it impossible to release your emotions, even to feel them. And for 30 years, I was fucked up. You remember that. Fortunately, it's not like that anymore. The biggest trauma I have is not having the shadow of my camera get in the way of the damn video. Well, there was a secret. I was doing that earlier. Oh, I have to put it down. Okay. Duh. So the baby was crying, and I did that whole video about that, about the importance to release your emotions. And when the dust settled of all that, and I was sitting here having a smoke and just chilling back, I went, well, there's that story about Terry thinks you never were there for him. And this all happened when he was a baby, so he won't be remembering this. So share this story with him. So I want to share the story of when we adopted you. You were 5.5 months old, and you came with lots of trauma. Your mother never saw you after you were born, so you never saw her, and for several months you were in the hospital, so premature, rotating caregivers, no steady person. And then you were with the foster mother, who I think was a fine person and loved you, but had a hard time giving you up and threw a total fit when they came to pick you up to bring you to us in St. John's, Newfoundland there. So you had all that, and when we walked into the big old social service building in St. John's, Newfoundland, we heard you crying as we came through the door, and the social